Yes, I need a little milk and honey, 'cause in the midst of hassle day to day, I look around and find it's all quite funny. Perfection is a million miles away. Dream with me. So you work hard and you find it just don't pay. Give hard, maybe get worse someday. Time's flying, and we having fun.
Well, I'm primarily a drummer, but I also studied classical percussion for 3 years at McGill. Then I moved to New York City many, many moons ago. And I stayed there for, 17 years, playing mostly drum set.
17 years in New York City?
Yeah, yeah, I was a freelance player there. I played with all kinds of people, made a bunch of records and seen the world, I guess, toured around quite a bit. And moved here about 8 years ago and started playing in Canada again. I'm actually from Montreal. I grew up in Montreal,
Wow.
so I'm really Canadian. But we decided to come back to Toronto this time and have been meeting Toronto players, and Dianne Body is one of them. Absolutely. The group has evolved in the time I've been with her, and I really feel that she's sort of starting to come into her own sonically, for sure. Yeah, all right.
You guys are going to get to see him play live at Musedium in just a bit, so stay tuned for a little bit more.
And we love, and we love.
Well, the leader is my mom, so I've been in it since as long as I can remember,
That's
just
amazing.
doing different parts. I used to be the bass player, and I help with writing and arranging and stuff. Oh, probably like 6 or 7 in this
6
one.
years.
Yeah.
So 6 years you've been playing with your mom?
Yeah, well, I also was in a kids band with her, and that was since I was like 4.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So music has been life ever since you were 4 years old.
Yeah. She definitely inspired me because she's been just playing guitar all the time around me and playing with my dad, who plays violin too.
Wow.
So they started this band together, and yeah, that's how I got into it.
I heard from Shannon. She's going to be playing sax, keyboards, and singing today with her mom's band, Dianne Body Band, and we're here at Musedium at 401 Richmond Street in Toronto, Canada. I'm your host, Marcos Mendoza, and we will see you next time.
I started when I was 5. My best friend got a violin for her birthday, and I was, I guess, jealous or something, and so I got one too. I think I was 12 when I heard the Mendelssohn violin concerto. Someone performed it live, and I was like, I want to do that. Yeah, and then it's called Symphony Espanol. So it was that song that made me start practicing like 3 hours a day. It's like, I can't be crappy, I have to play this. And that's it.
I saw this rainbow light.
Actually, yeah. So I went to Poland for music. I went to Russia to play in a festival there. And I toured across Canada with a band. That was like, I saw this band playing live in Newfoundland. They're called Hey Rosetta. And I was like looking at the violinist, like, I'm gonna stand where she's standing. And then a year later, I was on tour with her.
Wow.
That was just
I'm here with Dale. How you doing, Dale?
Good, man. How you doing?
How's your day going so far?
Good, actually.
Good, yeah?
Yes.
It's always nice when things can go well. Everybody that I speak to that plays music always has some sort of emotional connection to the way that they play and the reason why they play. And you can just hear it. You hear it when you hear people play.
Yeah.
Right? It brings out your best self. Right?
I believe so, yeah. I think when you start, maybe it brings out yourself. And then, depending on how dark the degree of darkness that you come from. And I know kids that are in further degrees of darkness than I was when I started. And you and I talked a little bit about the programs that we were involved in, and yeah. So when I was a kid, I only knew what a kid knew, and I used music as a way to be validated, I think, and to grow and to actually express and be heard.
Maybe more close the door and go.
Well, I've been in the band just about, I guess, a year and a half or so. I met Dianne through a friend, and just like the idea of artistic music. I spent years and years in the commercial world, and I'm still in it to some degree. But I like the idea of things that are a little left of center, and people that have passion for what they do, believe in what they do, and Dianne is that kind of person. SAS, as the acronym stands for the School Alliance of Student Songwriters. Essentially, in a nutshell, we start extracurricular clubs in schools in the Durham area, primarily right now, grade 6 through grade 12, and we address at-risk literacy and to some degree numeracy. And the basic idea is to give them something that they can hold on to and have a voice and be heard and express themselves, and have adults listen to some degree, as much as possible. And it's been a huge inspiration in my own personal life, and then the people that I meet that also are our mentors and our teachers are cut from the same bolt of cloth, and it just turns into a win-win situation. Yeah.
We're gonna go play some guitar, and we're gonna leave it at that. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm your host, Marcos Mendoza. You're watching Your BS, and we'll talk to you soon. To my right, I have Jennifer Marsh, cellist. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
Good. The show is called Your BS, Your Best Self, and we like to interview people who strive to be their best self, and clearly you've strived and accomplished that. So I just wanted to know if you could give, maybe your fans or our viewers some tips on how they can become their best self.
You need to stay positive all the time, because negativity just stalls your progress. And just keep doing it every day, because if you want it to become natural, the only way you can do that, how did we learn to walk? Well, we just did it every day and it became easy for us. So it's like that with music or anything that you're trying to do. You just have to do it all the time and repeat things. Yeah.
So stay positive, practice, and repetition, repetition, repetition. They say practice makes perfect, but I just like to add, I think perfect practice makes perfect.
Except I don't even like to use the word perfect, because there is no perfection. There's just It's just music, or there's
Well, if you practice the wrong thing over and over, you're gonna get bad, right?
Then that's not going to be very helpful.
Partially perfect. It's gonna turn into a Peter Piper pick the pick up, pick up, perfect.
Yes.
Peter, partially perfect practice makes partially perfect playing. So just keep practicing. Repetition is important, so you can keep learning your skills, and stay positive. Don't let anything take you down. Have a strong focus, a strong goal, and inevitably you'll just end up where you want to get, because you didn't stop and you stay consistent on your path. Welcome back to Your BS, that's Your Best Self. I'm your host, Marcos Mendoza. We are live at Musitium at 401 Richmond Street in Toronto, Canada. It's really exciting. To my right, I have Dianne Body of the Dianne Body Band.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, I don't know how to do the old punch
I'm
thing,
just giving you
but
the props. I caught a bit of a cold. I didn't want to get you sick.
yeah. Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm very good.
Very good?
Yes.
T-minus 5 minutes till showtime?
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's really exciting,
Yes.
isn't it? It's such a beautiful venue. I've never been here before.
It is. I've been actually, I've thought of playing here for quite a few years, actually. A friend of mine told me about Donald Kwan, who's the owner of the Musitium, and about him. And anyways, I just had this feeling. I just thought, I'm going to go and play there one day, and I would like to see if I could work with him musically one day. So. I think it's all by chance. I don't even do it on purpose. I think I had a pretty hard childhood, and I was crazy shy. I think the only way I could really feel I could communicate with anyone, because I didn't think people would listen to me speak because I was too shy to say it properly. So I would write music, and I would a lot of times be in a very down time in my life, really sometimes too far down, and the guitar was my comfort, and I would just play that thing, and a song would just come out.
It's like I just told Shannon, you know, music is what emotions sound like.
Exactly, because I don't call myself a great educated musician at all. My daughter has got it all. She's educated and got the heart and soul too, because I put her through college, and but I'm not sorry about not being musically like highly educated, because it came from inside, somewhere I don't even know sometimes how it happened.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, congratulations on your progress so far.
Thank you.
Congratulations for tonight. I'm sure it's going to be a great show. You guys are watching Your BS with Dianne Body of the Dianne Body Band, and we're going to get right back at you guys with the actual footage of the concert. So let's have a look.
Yeah.
See you soon.